The champions of England,
Well, we ain't even
Arsenal
got to
FC.
we ain't got to talk about us too much because we are the champions of England. This weekend is the real test for us, obviously, to become the champions of Europe. So that's the real test, and we'll do it. I believe in my whole heart we'll do it. You get what I mean? It's going to be a difficult game, but we'll set up the right way and we'll go and try and win the game as best as possible. So if you saw the celebrations this week and you thought they were big, once we win on Saturday night, that's when the real celebrations. You're going to see celebrations upon celebrations upon celebrations. After that, it's not stopping. So,
do you know what? I've been seeing like snippets of people's like Insta, Snap, all of that of when you guys won the Prem. Well, when City couldn't win it no more, basically on the Tuesday, how you lot went down to the Emirates and was moving crazy. And I thought, you know what? As much as for me, I'm a United fan, innit? Obviously, I didn't like it, but it's the fact that someone has to win it this year, and it's not going to be United, innit? And I obviously predicted that Arsenal was going to win it. But to see you lot just celebrate like that, it was nice, though. It was nice. And, you know, I'm not going to bet this person out, but, you know, someone was there pouring Saka sauce down people's throats. I'm not going to bet you are, but someone was there pouring Saka sauce down people's throats.
Hey,
and I thought, you know what? You lot are just there for all of it.
You got to be done, man. Go true.
It was good, man. Oh, no, just saying it was good to see you guys just celebrating that. But knowing that you got the Champions League as well coming up, yeah, it's just a big test, man. And I feel like you and, well, actually, no, it's just you guys left that haven't won it in recent times because you just haven't won it before.
Yeah, you're talking about the
traditional big six, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Tottenham ain't won nothing, but they're not a traditional big six.
Oh, yeah, forget about them.
Yeah.
So they're celebrating survival.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's true. That's the big one. Obviously, we wanted the Premier League. We got the Premier League. It's been a long time coming. And if we can just put this over the line with this Champions League, it'll be one of the best seasons in Arsenal's history. So it should be. It's looking like, let me not say it should be. It's looking like it's our year. Everything has fell in our favor in some ways or another. And we're looking good right now. I think everyone's healthy. Everyone we need is healthy, bar the right back position, but we'll probably figure out if we can figure that out by the weekend. So yeah, man, it's looking good. It's looking good for us. And yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be nerve-wracking. It's going to be the game of all games, but I don't think we, as Arsenal fans, we want it any other way. We wanted PSG. We got PSG. The finals on a Saturday. It's at 5 p.m. There's the parades on the Sunday at 2 p.m. It's like everything is written the way it should be written for us to do it. So, yeah, hopefully we can. Hopefully we can.
I have a question for you then. Say everything goes well, you guys win the champs. Does this squad come above the Invincibles squad?
In terms of achievement, yeah. Not in terms of achievement. Not in terms of.
In terms of personnel.
No, of course not. No, because I realistically, I think if we go squad for squad, Raya's in the team, yes. We go Saliba and Gabriel probably in the team, yes. Then we go Ashley Cole's in the team. Midfield 3, Declan Rice is the only one that gets in the team. Do you get what I mean? And then we go attacking 3. Realistically, does anyone get in the team? You might put Saka in there, but you might. That's the thing. So realistically, if you look at the team for team, you go backline maybe, and you keep Ashley Cole. It depends if you like Lauren, if you like Timber. Do you get what I mean? That's what it depends on. Yeah. So for me personally, no, just because they had so many outstanding world-class football players. You had Thierry Henry, the best player to play in the Premier League. You had one of the best midfielders in the world at the time playing in the French squad, Zidane. You had one of the best 10s in the Premier League history in Bergkamp. You have Pires, you have Ljungberg.
Mm.
Saka gets in because Pires and Ljungberg. So Saka gets in. Do you get what I mean? That's why Saka gets in on the right wing. Pires will play left wing. But the attack is mainly where you're winning these games. And that attack was frightening. The defense was frightening as well because people are still saying Sol Campbell would get in. But I think just for the defensive
Sol
record,
Campbell will get in,
it's different strokes for different folks at that point, isn't it? It's like, who do you prefer?
Yeah.
Gabriel, do you prefer Saliba over Sol Campbell? Do you prefer Sol Campbell over Saliba? Because Gabriel plays left-sided, so it's a right-sided person that you're gonna really think about. And if you put Sol Campbell in there, I'm not mad. He was sensational for us.
Yeah, true. That is two good squads.
So for me,
but
go on.
If let's say you guys actually win the champs, and you're looking forward to next season, where would you even need to strengthen?
Left wing. Left wing. We don't have we don't really. We don't
I
really
keep
have
forgetting about your left wing. Martinelli won the Prem.
Yeah, Martinelli. But out there's Martinelli, Trossard. So left wing, I say strengthen. I say strengthen the striker position. I would say strengthen the striker position because Gyökeres, Havertz, cool, but either of them world-class nines, no. You can now get a world-class nine. If Julian Alvarez is available and wants to come to Arsenal, we'll sign him. If you could strengthen also in the 10 role if you want to, you get what I mean? You signed Eze this year, great signing, perfect. But you could also strengthen there because I feel like Odegaard's going to drop back into a not a deeper role, but I feel like he's going to play more of an 8 instead of a 10, essentially. So you probably want another 10 to come in just to compete with Eze. You can strengthen at that point. And I'd actually say to get an actual, we've got Timber and we've got Ben White, but I think we actually need another right back because these injuries are killing us. And Timber's had ACLs, White's had his injuries. We never can really rely on anyone out there.
So who will go out of Timber and White? Because one of them can't stay if you bring a new right back.
No, because obviously because White can play centre half and right back. Timbers, they can all play out across positions. But bro, we're going to be in a lot of competitions. I think squad depth is good, and I think we'll lose like a lot of. I think we'll lose a lot of attacking players. Will lose, just because we're not great in that area. Whereas defensively we're okay. So if we bring in an Alvarez, for instance, I feel like not a lot of players, but someone in that midfield three is going.
Okay.
And it could be fringe players leaving, but someone's leaving.
I think Lewandowski might be available on a free,
Yeah, Arsenal ain't getting him though. I would, but Arsenal ain't. It's
why?
The way like Arsenal. I just think the way Arsenal work, it doesn't work for them in terms of the pressing aspect and. Like Gyökeres sometimes doesn't play because of he doesn't press as much as Havertz plays. So what's Lewandowski now going to come and do? Like we saw Aguero get dropped when he was playing with Pep because he didn't press as much and he preferred to play a Jesus over him at the time. So it's like, yes, world-class striker, would love him at the football club, but I would love him at the football club. Does he work in Arteta's system that is mainly defensive? Probably not. So that's where you kind of got to think about it.
I think one thing about this Prem that you guys have won, I guess it's shown owners that if you actually give a manager a chance to build the squad, to build these processes the way he wants to build it, it can bring you success.
I agree. There's not enough time given to people in football, though.
Do you think this is going to change the way winning is viewed moving forward, or you think it doesn't really matter?
I don't think so. Arsenal have never been. I think it works for certain clubs and it doesn't work for other clubs. If you look at how certain clubs have worked, Arsenal were never a sacking a manager type of football club because we had managers be in positions for so long, like Graham, then Arsene Wenger. Then we went for a little bit of turmoil where we had managers. We had like Unai Emery. We're chopping and changing. Do you get what I mean? But Arsenal managers stay in jobs for a long period of time. So it's not one of them clubs where you want to be switching out. Whereas Chelsea, for instance, them switching out when they don't win competitions has always worked for them when they've been winning. So in that situation, that worked for them. In Arsenal's situation, this works for us. So it's similar to like Liverpool. They keep long-standing managers, Rafa Benitez, Klopp. They're now trying to move a bit different with Arne Slot, but if they realize that Klopp's process was very, very long.
Yeah, that's true.
Pep, Man City have been keeping managers for a long, extended period of time. So you see how it works if you do keep a manager and trust the process. But if you're a win now football club and you want to just win now, or you're a club that doesn't think things are going right, you sack. Like Tottenham. They had to be switching up managers all the time because realistically, who wants to go there? So
they were in the real definition of turmoil anyway. I even think the Zerbi's there and thinks, what am I even doing here?
Well, Dej, they obviously said they were going to back him with support. Do you get what I mean? They said they're going to back him this off season with the players he wants to get in. But my issue with that is, how do you back someone with finances and money when you've got all these players still at the football club? What are you going to do with them?
Yeah, like they have to be moved somehow.
That's the thing.
It's going to be a long time.
If they don't, what happens? You're sitting there with all these people on your wage bill. No one's leaving the football club. And let's be honest, right now, who wants to sign these specific Tottenham players that we've seen this year?
To be fair, we haven't even seen them really. Loads of them have been injured.
And those were the ones that
you hear
were
what James
sold.
Maddison has said? You hear what he's saying about the medical stuff?
Yeah.
How do you feel about those comments?
It's football, innit? It's football. You got to blame someone when something goes wrong, and it usually falls on the lesser person. That's what all it ever is. You have to blame someone when stuff goes wrong, and it's like, oh well, we've got this many injuries, so we can only blame the medical team. They're not going to blame the coaches. They're not going to blame the people that came before that were implementing different systems that these people have never had before, different training regimes. They're not going to blame the pitches. They're not going to blame anything like that. It's going to be the physio's fault. But it's not the physio's fault that you tear your ACL. It's not your physio's fault that you break your ankle. It's not your physio's fault that you hurt your wrist. Like Kulusevski's injury, that can be a physio's fault, for instance, because it's like he's been out for so long. So it's like, did they misdiagnose it? Whereas you got a Maddison where you just tore your ACL in a preseason game. Like that, it's sad and it's unfortunate, but those things do happen.
Yeah, that's true. And even looking to the future for Tottenham, even though you're Arsenal fan, what the next few years look like for them? Because they're at a stage where they're surviving relegation. Is money going to get pumped into the club? Or like what the owner's going to do?
Well, they've got the financial backing behind them. They're one of the most sustainable and making money. They're a smart football club in terms of they don't lose money. They kind of make money, and they're very rich and very well run. Do you get what I mean? They're a very well run operation. As much as they
how
had
much of that was down to Levy though?
See, and that's what we're going to see next year. Because when he left, you saw it go downhill. So we're going to see how these guys start from scratch and go forwards. They've got their manager now. Right now, because hey, if they're in the relegation zone, for 3 months again next year, then it could change. But if you look at the history of Tottenham right now, last 2 years, 15th, 17th, right? Their only goal should be to stay in the Premier League. That should be their goal for the next 2 years. Not that I was hearing them talking about, we're giving them the funds to challenge in Europe and this and that. Don't worry about no Europe. Focus on your focus, the Premier League. Get a team together because you're only playing next year, Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup. Just get a team together that can play those games, win those games, and get as high up in the league as possible. If you get Europe, well done. If you don't get Europe, then you don't get Europe. So that's my thing. I feel like for them, they just need to focus on the Premier League, staying in the league, because how it usually goes is 15th, 17th, relegation the next year. So you don't want to be that.
That's very good points you're making there, because Tottenham, they could be in trouble next year. There's no guarantees. I really think West Ham, they might stay down. If their team gets completely gutted, I don't really see much hope for them coming up straight away, unfortunately. What do you think?
Does their team get completely gutted though? Because like, who do they realistically? I think they lose Jared Bowen. Yeah, they lose. Maybe a lot of their high earners will go to Europe, for instance. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
the centre mid, he's
oh,
he's looking well. He's not
Fernandez is
looking to
gone.
bounce, but yeah, Fernandez is gone. He might even come new.
Yeah, Fernandez
We'll
is gone
see.
guaranteed. Jared Bowen's gone guaranteed. I feel like
The left back
To Devo,
Juve,
Juve should be gone.
even Mavropanos, he's gone.
This is the thing, though. I think
Wan-Bissaka,
I would say all these people are gone. I would usually say they're all gone, but to where? If it's not Europe, are they staying? Are they going back to the Premier League? And my thing is, it's not like these guys are going to go on loan, because if they all leave, they're in their minds saying West Ham ain't coming back up. Do you get what I mean? Their minds are saying West Ham are staying in the champ, so they're going to want to leave permanently. So it comes down to wages, for instance. They could be they could be a clause in their contract. If they got relegated, they can stay on the same wage. If they can all stay on the same wages, then bro, it's like Newcastle. When Newcastle went to the champ, Newcastle kept the players or signed Prem players on Premier League wages in the Championship and said we're going straight back up.
yeah.
So West Ham, with the stadium, with the fan base, they have the facilities if they keep a squad together, a good enough squad together to come back.
They ain't got the money though. They lost over 100 mil last season.
Yeah, because they made wrong decisions.
So they're gonna have to make it up somewhere.
You're correct. If they keep like a basis of a squad, I think they can come back up. I don't think it's turned into a Leicester situation. I feel like this is more of a Burnley.
I feel like it would have took 2 seasons, then back up, kind of thing.
For West Ham,
like one to stabilize the finances. Yeah. One to stabilize finances, then the rest to come back up. Because the fans are even happy with going to Stratford, to watch the match. They're not even happy with that.
The fans have been complaining for years since they moved to Stratford, though. They have to understand you're not going nowhere. There's no new stadium being built. Upton Park is now probably flats. Let's be real. Like, you're not going back
I ain't
there.
been around them sides in a minute.
Yeah, but you're not going back there. So you got to understand what you got to do. You're moving on now. You're moving on, and you're not moving on now. You've moved on. You now got the old Olympic Stadium. It is massive. It holds more fans. It's more revenue for the club. Like, okay, it may not be your home, but it's your new home. Embrace it. It's the reason why you guys got to Europe. You won the Conference League. You managed to do these things. Like, there was reasons behind this. So embrace what you have. Kind of try and get back up. I think they're going to have to try and get back up first year, though, because the stadium costs.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
they have to go for it.
It's a case of they have to lose money this year to make money going up, essentially. That's what it is. You have to have two down years in terms of, okay, cool, we ain't got no bread to really maneuver, but we have to go up. They have to go all in. I think if West Ham go all in this year, they can easily go back up. Because because, and I say this right, because Wolves went all in at the back end of the season on signing players ready for the Championship. Do you get what I mean? So Wolves already got their squad really kind of done, sealed, delivered, ready to go and play Championship to come back up. So Wolves are going for direct promotion. West Ham, you're better than Burnley. You should go for direct promotion. And then, but it is the Championship. There's teams in there, but you lost. Hey, Southampton will be coming, but they got the deduction. So if you think about it, you lost Coventry, which helps you out. Ipswich have gone up. Ipswich have gone up, which helps you out. And and Hull have gone up, which it helps you out, unless they've gone down. Like, you've lost good and high paying teams, really and truly, and you've gained. So you've lost to the Premier League high paying teams that you didn't think were going to get relegated, got relegated. So you kind of should be in a position to go, okay, cool, let's try and keep a squad together. Let's try and win these games, and let's go for it again.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. But what I'm looking forward to seeing the most, is Green Street 2027, 26, 27 Green Street. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
Oh, boy. Oh my goodness gracious me. Yeah, that game, I said the other day, they're talking about starting at 8 a.m. because, hey, we ain't seen West Ham versus Millwall in a long time.
Long
But
time.
hey, Millwall probably now buzzing. They stayed in the champ. They're like, oh yeah, we can play West Ham now because it would have been pain if Millwall came up and West Ham went down for them. So yeah, at least they got that game to look forward to. Their fans will embrace the fact that they're in a bigger stadium. Then they can have more of them in. See, if it was Upton Park, it's not the same.
True.
They'll embrace it then. So maybe
True.
it just takes them for them to go down to understand what they have. I think that's what it is. West Ham fans had to go down to now understand what they have. When they go in, when they end up going to not Dog and Duck, they end up going to some places in the champ and go, oh wow.
Yo, that's crazy. Wait.
So yeah, man.
I was going to say something else about West Ham, yeah, but you know what? It doesn't even matter no more. Let's move on.
Oh boy, the Hammers. But yeah, the Premier League was interesting, bro. The Premier League this year was interesting. I feel like next year it's gonna be another interesting year. I feel like that survival race is gonna be. It's not gonna be too dissimilar. I feel like Palace need to make some signings if they don't want to be in and around there again. Leeds, I think, are going to be in and around there again. I think Sunderland will make great signings and just try and push on because they're a Premier League side anyway. They're trying to stay in the Prem. But a lot of these Premier League sides need to start really investing their money properly because you're seeing one bad year and look where it takes. Newcastle are down there. Like, not down there, but like Newcastle had a bad season.
So, yeah, very, very bad season. I feel like it's not getting talked about enough for Newcastle, actually.
No.
Because they'll cover it to be like a new top 6 team.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're competing with Palace for points.
That's the thing.
It doesn't really make sense. And in Palace's defense, they're even in the European championship final. Like, what's Newcastle doing with their time?
Nothing.
They're just wasting it.
Exactly that.
Give us Tonali, Ramirez, and be on their back and get out of it.
Man said you want to take their whole midfield.
Listen, United right now, we need a new midfield. Well, we need 2 people at least.
I hear that.
Before we move off Prem, shout out Bruno. Assist record.
Well. There's actually some. I'm saying well because that's an own goal. Let's call a spade a spade. That's an own goal.
Really?
That's an own goal. Hit the bar, hits the goalkeeper, then goes in. Every other game, that's an own goal. It's not your goal. It's not a deflection. Yeah, it hit the bar, it hits the goalkeeper, and it goes in. It's a own goal.
If it's not counted as that, then it isn't that.
Oh, so we're doing that now. I think the league then they just said, okay, fine. Let's just.
You lot are champions, but there's been some transgressions on your side.
Hey, look, if you want to celebrate an assist record, feel free to do it.
Nah, listen, I'm shouting him out. Like, congratulations.
Me, Bruno Fernandes is the best player in the Premier League, and I don't think it's close, right? But I feel like on that specific instance there, we need to actually look at what it is. If a guy scores and it hits the bar and then hits the goalkeeper, it's an own goal. Just because that's how it works in football. I love Bruno Fernandes and I feel like he should have got 25 assists, but some of your players can't shoot straight. So that's your problem. But
next season.
In that specific moment, I feel like, come on now, that's an own goal. But hey, it was given.
Ain't part of the script.
Yeah, it's not. It was given, and that's fine.
Ain't part of the script, man. That assist record, who knows how long it will stay for, but congratulations, man. Even his chance creation is off the charts anyway. Literally, he's in a league of his own.
This is the thing. I feel like that record stays a long time until he breaks it again, or you just get like you get a 10 that's just feeding Haaland all the time. For instance, one of those games, you want one of those.
Yeah.
So like, if Shirky wanted to just slide in Haaland, just square Haaland all the time, I feel like he could. But Man United works. I feel like it's down to a player that's always you have to be very, very ball dominant, or people just give you the ball in specific areas all the time. So Bruno for Man United makes sense. Like, and he's like the only one I can see that really makes sense to break that record again right now in the Prem. Like I'm saying Shirky's name, but Shirky's does everything else as well. You get what I mean? He wants to show, but he wants to do this. Bruno's just very effective and efficient, and he can do everything else.
Yeah. That's true.
So,
that's true.
Yeah. But no.
But shout out Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, you got to big
see
him
what
up.
Portugal does this World Cup, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that too because it's going to be interesting. They've got a strong squad as well.